there's this thing, building these buildings and making these crazy structures and economies and political systems, and then there's this other thing, the voice inside of every man and woman, like their emotions and their hearts that have dreams, this thing inside that's singing really loud, that really wants to be heard. And so the idea of this broad album was, let's invite everyone to leave this shit for a moment and listen here, and that is what music is. You leave your mind so you can feel something. I knew from the get-go that I wanted to bring in some film and comic book elements, because prior to when I joined big American bands, I was in art school and I was trying to recreate fantasy things in photos. So I wanted this project to bring in all of my passion for films and photography and stories to mythology. You know, you can sing about a Viking, but it's better if you can dress up as a Viking or a witch. And I found this young filmmaker, Tony Stone, in New York City, who had just made a metal Viking film. And I saw a rough cut of that, and I immediately said, let's make this film together. This woman who's a timeless woman, she kind of looks like she's maybe like a lost in time 1940s secretary who gets into a car crash. And in that conflict, she's able to travel through time, and essentially it was the hunt for the heart. We took this broad idea and brought in a few sort of references and moments in history or visual things that we like to be able to build a world that says that message, and then I built a whole album around it. When I say return to the heart and follow your dreams, quite literally in my life, my dreams at nighttime have completely inspired huge chapters of my life. I mean, I picked up the bass because of a dream I had about the power of sound and aliens creating these incredible pyramid structures to give mere humans this sort of feeling of being connected through sound. So, I mean, I had that dream at 19, and I woke up the next morning and realized, music, that's how you connect. Oh, okay, gotta do it. It really was Danzig and Morrissey. The Cure was in there too, so it was that wave of odd, wonderful men, poetic, romantic, fantasy men. And then 1990 hit and everything changed, and it was the Smashing Pumpkins, which is back to this thing of following my dreams. The first time I saw them play, I was 17 years old. I didn't even play music yet. It was $1 for an unknown band playing this small punk club, and the moment I heard the sound, that was it. I had found my musical landscape. It changed my life. I couldn't have been in any two bands other than Hole and the Pumpkins. Billy and Courtney, who are basically my big brother and sister, they opened these doors for me. I have so much love and respect, and they, too, of me. There's a real understanding. I mean, I was, you know, young lady in Montreal, Canada. I'd never played a show outside of Montreal. When I joined Hole, I toured the world for years, and there was just this instinct in both sides of the camp that it was going to fit. And yes, the personalities are intense, and you know, but when you're, first of all, a bass player in a band, that is your role, is to nurture. And I sure have learned a lot about the role of the bass player in the band. It's a very particular one, and actually you hear it in the music. And when I took that responsibility of I'm replacing bass players who had left, one died, one left sadly, the first thing I had to do was be compassionate and understanding that I am the light after some sort of pain and all that stuff. So a lot of romance went into it in that way of just, I have a mission. Billy and Courtney are these, you know, they're opinionated people who know what they want. When you're working with intense people, you can either like evaporate into the background or you work your ass off to step up, you know, and I learned so much from both of them in terms of being intense leaders of bands and intense visionaries about what they want and what their message is, and I could not have asked for better training and guidance, you know.